Okay, the next award is presented to somebody who has enjoyed great success on the stage, radio and television. He became an overnight star when he reached the finals of ITV's Search for a Star. You'll recognise the wellies and the famous catchphrase, and there's more. Please put your hands together for the one and only Jimmy Cricket.
With your Halloween mugful in your hand, I'm sure you're looking up the ground. What's the use of worrying? What's the use of hurrying? Halloween mugful in your hand. Now when I was a wee buck with patches in my pants, my man I would visit, me uncles and me aunts. But there was one relation I would love to see, my wee granny that lived at number 3. Ladies and gentlemen, come here. It's wonderful to get this award tonight. You see, comedians, we help people forget their troubles, you know. We're going through an unprecedented period of economic uncertainty. It doesn't bother me because I was a failure in the boom. And things have got so dear, haven't they, ladies and gentlemen? What about the price of petrol? Come here twice. I saw a fella broke down on the hard shoulder of the M60. I said, fella broke down on the hard shoulder of the M60? Come here. Oh no, he was over there. I said, what seems to be the trouble? He said, I've run out of petrol. I said, well, I've got a full tank, just follow me. Hey? Will you try your best to help people? Do you think things have got very dear, ladies and gentlemen? Do you? Pull your seats over. I rang up the Rochdale Observer. I said, Rochdale Observer, come closer to the phone. I want to sell something. How much is it to place an advert? She said, it's £5.90 an inch. I said, if it's that much, I won't bother. She said, why? What are you selling? I said, a 20-foot ladder. Hey? And what about those motorway services, ladies and gentlemen? Now, they're not the cheapest places in the world, are they? Count with me. You ready? Count with me. I had a cup of tea, a sandwich, a sausage roll. I said to the woman behind the till, come here. I've only got a £50 note. She said, that's okay. Leave the sausage roll back. Hey? And there's more. We don't get the service these days, do we, ladies and gentlemen? I rang up Piccadilly Station, the railway station. I said, what time does the next train go to London? He said, look it up online. I mean, how dangerous is that? Hey? Booked a holiday with the travel agents. He said, when do you want to fly? I said, the same time as the aeroplane. Hey? I mean, this is what we're up against, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? I wrote off to B&Q. I said, dear B&Q, come closer to this letter. Congratulations on building the boat that Ellen MacArthur went right round the world. 20,000 miles. And finished up back home 72 days later. P.S. Could you keep an eye out for the wardrobe I ordered 94 days ago? And I don't get on with the fella in the pet shop. I said, I'd like a wasp. He said, we don't sell wasps. I said, there's 6 in the window. Hey? I mean, this is what we're up against, isn't it? He sold me a budgie. He said it would talk. I took it back. I said, it hasn't talked. He said, have you got a mirror? I said, what? He said, have you got a mirror in the cage? I said, no, that's it. He walks up the ladder. I should have said ladder. Don't worry about the mirror, ladies and gentlemen. He said, can I do the action replay on that? He said, that's it. If you haven't got a ladder in the cage, he walks up the ladder and then he talks. I said, you mean he walks up the ladder and then he talks? He said, yes. I took him back 2 weeks later. I said, he still hasn't talked. He said, have you got a bell? I said, no. He said, that's it. He walks up the ladder, he hits the bell, and then he talks. I said, you mean he walks up the ladder, hits the bell, and then he talks. See, visual humor, you can't beat it, can you, ladies and gentlemen? Hey, I can't wait for the end. So I brought him back. I said, he still hasn't talked. He said, have you got a mirror? That's when the mirror came in. That's when the mirror. He said, no, but we've got the Daily Express. No, that's another joke, right? He said, that's it. He climbs the ladder, rings the bell, looks at himself in the mirror, and then he talks. I said, you mean he walks up the ladder, looks at, the bell. Yeah, I took him back. 3 weeks later. No, more, 2 weeks later. He said, has he talked? I said, no, he's dead. But he did say something before he died. He said, what? He said, doesn't that pet shop sell any flippin' birdseed? Right, now, ladies and gentlemen, I'll do a bit serious now.